So for the long stitch book, you're going to need to have your folios folded and ready to go. When folded together, these folios are about 2.5 inches by 3 inches. So you will cut two pieces of cardboard that are those dimensions, 2.5 inches by 3 inches, using a ruler, scissors, and pencil. Once they're cut, you want to stack them in front and behind your folios to make sure they match up. And then we're going to cut a piece for the middle where the folios are going to be sewn into. This piece is going to be 1 by 3 inches, 1 inch wide and 3 inches tall. And you can see that they fit exactly on that piece. So we're going to be making a cover just like the one I showed you. So now you're going to get a piece of paper about half the size of a computer paper. Check to make sure your pieces fit. Draw a straight line on the bottom. Line your pieces up. And brush some glue on the back of the middle piece. Line it up in the center. Stick it down. And then go ahead and do your other pieces. Really make sure you spread the glue evenly along all the corners so that it sticks down really well. Line it up straight and leave a little space in between those two pieces so it can fold. If you do them too close together, your book cover might not fold all the way closed and it might actually rip at the seams. So you want to make sure there's a little space. Next, you're going to get a pencil and you're going to draw some lines coming inward at the corners of each of the little pieces of cardboard, kind of like an envelope flap you'll see here when I start cutting. Then I'm going to cut on those lines and pull the extra pieces off, and each little cardboard piece that I made on one of the sides has a little flap just like an envelope. So we're going to fold those flaps over, but first we're going to put glue on them and then stick them down. If you have thicker paper or really thick cardboard, you might want to try folding those pieces before you put glue on them and then adding the glue on so they don't fold down in a bubbly or crooked way. With thin paper and thin cardboard, you can just glue and then fold, but sometimes you need to fold first. After that, you're going to get another piece of paper. It can be plain or patterned. Trace the whole cover, and then I'm actually going to cut just inside the line. I'm not cutting on the line. I want this rectangle to be a little bit smaller than my cover. Then you will also glue this down, and when you add the glue, you want to make sure that you get into those little grooves so that it attaches in all parts of the book cover. Then when you put the piece on top, because it's a little bit smaller, you will have an edge around that colored page. My table got kind of messy here. You can see I got a spot on the inside of my cover, so once in a while you'll need to make sure that you are cleaning up your table as you go. My cover was a painted one and it kind of got wet a little bit, so I had to clean it up. So now you're going to make sure everything got glued down. You can take your bone folder and kind of slide it in those little grooves to make sure that those covers are going to bend the way they need to bend.